Shamil Blob Gaziev. 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 Shamil Blob Gaziev.
Why didn't you pick this fight? Oh, I see. Oh, wait a second. Hey, Leftlane in the chat, about to get cooked. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Leftlane, I'm about to cook you, son. Listen, Leftlane asking me why I didn't pick this fight. You didn't make a prediction video. That shit doesn't count. You didn't predict this card. Sorry, buddy. This guy's talking about I didn't pick this fight. Hey, how about you explain your picks? Anyone could do a couple of circles. I could do a circle over a fight where I don't know both fighters. I can't just sit on here and absolutely waffle. Sometimes I do, but you'll see that I'm waffling. You'll see that I'm waffling when it's a WMMA fight that I don't want to pick. What the fuck? I said some shit. Like, I was drinking this water. I'm like, bro, you got to keep it cool. You just freaking cooked this guy with a clean line. And like, I'm like, dude, anything but some water pouring all over myself. And I have this drop of water go in my eye. Shit, man. The hairline's looking rough. Dude, I'm telling you, it's the tan line. It's not the hairline. My hairline's no different than it was a while ago. Go back to my old streams. 6 months ago? Same exact hairline. The only issue is there's a little bit of pale skin because when I'm running, like I have my hair, like, I don't know, more sweaty and it's like over this part of my forehead. LeFucas, just let it go, man. Thank you for the 20 and okay. Let what go? What are you talking about? Let what go? Oh, hey, oh. Come on, bro. Come on. Let it go, man. Just let the hair go, man. Just fucking shave it off. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Lucas be bald on stream in 2. I'm not going to be bald, bro. This is what you guys are seeing. You guys are seeing this pale skin, right? Where I don't have a tan because I've not been getting any sun on it like the rest of my face. You're seeing paler skin here. And what you're thinking is that's where he used to have hair. That's all it is. You guys are just, that's where he used to have hair. When in reality, there's just no sunlight when I'm outside on this part of my scalp. And I need to do a better job at that. But either way, yeah, I'm not receding. I literally am not receding. I mean, if I was receding, I'd be the first one to admit it. And I don't have a bald spot, not receding. I probably will one day. I'll just go to Turkey. I'll just go to Turkey, bro. Straight up. It's okay, Unk. Don't be calling me Unk, bro. I'm not receding. I have a big forehead. So, you know, all this talk about hairline receding, like, it's just funny to me because I've always had a big forehead. So, not a 9 head, bro. Look at this. Look at this. Ready? Look. Boom. Boom. 4 fingers. That's it. Look. 3 fingers. That's it. Boom. Want to go 2? We'll go 2. 2 fingers, man. I don't even have a forehead. I have a 3 head. Nah, I'm kidding, man. I have a forehead. Definitely have a big forehead. I'm telling you. I'm not receding. I'm not receding, guys. Like, I could just laugh about it because I know it's not true. Terrible hairline male. I mean, okay. Listen, I know it. Dude, it's literally the tan. This talk didn't start happening a month ago. No one was mentioning my hairline because I wasn't getting as much sun. I've been getting a ton of sun recently. And so the reason why everyone's mentioning it today is because there's a tan line here. As I said, this is pale. This is where you guys are thinking the hairline used to be. There was never hair here. Unk is rage maxing. I think it's rage maxing. Bro's hairline is receding at the whopping... Oh my gosh, bro. It's not receding, man. It's the tan line. You guys are looking at the pale skin right here and you're saying this is where his hair must have been. That's what your mind is telling you. When in reality, I'm just pale here. I've not lost any hair here. If that was the case, if that literally was the case, then I'd be tan. Actually, I don't know if that would be the case, but like, dude, I'm not receding, man. I'm literally not. My forehead's literally never been different. Ever. Wait a second. Let me see. Let me actually calculate it. Nah, it's never been different. Never been different. Dude, I gotta fix this tan line. I literally gotta fix the tan line. Lucas, you genuinely have missed 10 donos? Okay, we're gonna get to the donos. You're definitely liberal, bro. Oh yeah. Sure, man. He doesn't drink brewskis and eat big pizzas, big frozen pizzas and brewskis, and he doesn't do hard drugs like a real guy. Man, you're a liberal. Oh yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, eating apples is the indication, right? Yeah, sure, dude. Dude doesn't even do Molly, bro. Only a real guy could do Molly. Sure, man. Oh, man. Yeah. I'm going to finish the apple because I'm just taking forever to do it. And then I want to stretch the eating the apple phase out throughout the stream. So let me just finish this. Like Snoop Dogg says, man, you smoke them down to them stingers. Or maybe that's Wiz Khalifa. Like Wiz Khalifa says, we smoke them things down to them stingers, right? We eat the apple to the core. That's how you do it. Gotta eat the apple to the core. Eat the core, healthiest part. I know. Healthiest part, man. You gotta eat the cyanide seeds. You gotta eat the cyanide seeds. No, fuck that. I'm not that stupid. I just mean you gotta eat, you gotta eat it for real. Yo, there's fuckers out here. There are people out here that brag about eating the whole wing. I don't mean to be cringy, because I don't mean to be like one of these real hardcore food fans that eat the whole wing. You ever see that? You're not a real person unless you eat a whole wing. They'll post a photo of their wing with no meat on it to try to display how hardcore they are. So I'm not trying to do that with the apple, guys, but that is usually how I eat an apple. Lucas, recently a guy was crying because of my thumbnail when I made a worst fraud checks video and Mike Mallet was on the thumbnail. I'll check out the thumbnail. I'll check it out right now. Let's see what the thumbnail for your video was. Oh, wow. I see the guy crapping on this. Disgraceful to refer to this as a fraud check. No one ever thought he was elite. He was a young kid. Yeah, this guy's just yapping. I mean, of course it was a fraud check. He had hype going into it. He was a young kid who went in and gave it a shot. Man, come on, bro. He literally just went in there and gave it a shot. Have some fucking respect for him. More than most people would ever do. What the fuck? He started this off as he wasn't a fraud check. No one ever thought he was elite. What? I mean, people thought he was really good, but you don't have to be considered elite to get fraud checked. It depends on who's beating you. And then he says, at least he gave it a shot. More than most people would ever do. Like, what are we, in a fucking Disney movie? More than most people would ever do? Even Dana himself didn't give the kid shit for it. Oh my God, this guy thinks we're in Peaches and Creamville. He thinks we're in Peaches and Creamville. That's hilarious. Dude's literally saying, like, lay off. Don't call it a fraud check because he gave it a shot and Dana didn't critique him. That's his argument. Dana didn't critique him, and even Dana understands the kid gave it a shot and gave it his all. Fucking hell. I would much rather a fighter say he's done because he realizes he's out of his depth than him carry on and get seriously injured. Very disrespectful title. Okay, great. This is so fucking funny, dude. This is so funny. You got to deal with these people. Like, that's the thing. When you start a channel for the first time, like the surfer voice that I usually do, come on, man. L-man. That comes from these sort of comments. When I'm reading them, that's the voice that I have in my head. I'm like, what type of person would say this? But they say it with such confidence. And that's the surfer voice. The surfer guy says it with the utmost confidence. You're a freaking casual, bro. I'm a real hardcore. This guy is a real hardcore fan. Why is everyone mentioning Fight Fairy? Is she live? Fight Fairy x Lucas. I'm not doing a collab, guys, with... Listen, guys. I think a lot of people that are watching that channel... To be honest with you, I think they're simping. All right? Get Fight Fairy and MMA mad? Nah. What are we going to talk about? Hey, guys, so when you started watching last week, when did you realize you wanted to make a channel? That's the first question. So when last week did you realize you wanted to make a channel after watching your first UFC fight? Listen, I'm going to be honest, bro. If you're watching, listen. If you're watching it as a joke and like tuning in as like a bit of a joke, I'm like, all right, I get it. Or if you're just trying to be nice, man, here's some support, man, here's a like, man. You're doing that. If you're literally just popping by and you're just like, hey man, here to like, man. Hey man, good to see new people on the block, man. Here to like. If you're just welcoming a new YouTuber and you're just stopping by for one video, then it's different. If you're literally one of these guys that's like consistently watching, you're the utmost simp, bro. I'm gonna be honest. You are the fucking biggest simp ever, dude. Okay, listen. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't really watch any of those channels. I don't watch those channels, but they might have a personality that can blow your socks off. I doubt it. Okay, like, stop. Luke Thomas is Bill Burr compared to these channels. You friggin' tune into a Minty Bets Minty Bets probably has a YouTube channel. You tune into a Minty Bets YouTube video, you may as well just, ask a woman that's bagging groceries at the local store to talk about MMA. I mean, that's the entertainment you're gonna get. Or you're just simping, and it's all right, man. I mean, it's not that all right, but that's what it is. What are you saying, man? Dude, the funniest thing is I could literally see holy shit, dude. Oh man. I could see real hardcore fans shitting on people like me, calling me casuals. Bro, pick Benoit to be Poirier. What an idiot, man. Anyway, I'm gonna go watch MMA Maddie, Fight Fairy. I'm gonna go watch one of these channels to get and they'll be like in the comment section typing paragraphs. Man, I totally agree with that, man. It's actually a good take, man. Fuck you. Yes, dude. Seriously, bro. Seriously, dude. Seriously. There'll be some guys saying, dude, you're a fucking casual, bro. You think Paulo Costa has an argument to win the fifth? You're a fucking casual. Meanwhile, they're commenting on one of those videos where they're talking about Robert Whittaker's pretty good. Usman's pretty good. And they'll be like, honestly, really good take, man. That's like a hardcore take. I totally agree. They're just straight up simping. I'm joking, but I'm also half serious. Like, dude, it is what it is, bro. All right? It is what it is. I'm just joking. I'm just trying to think about like the people that unironically watch. Oh man, if you're unironically watching it, like, I think it's funny. You gotta tip, dude. Come on, bro. You gotta tip the cap to new creators. Yeah, man. Here's light, man. Anything you need, like, dude. Yo, dude. What are you saying, man? You should welcome new creators with open arms. Like, imagine like one of these other MMA YouTubers being like, "Hey, man, anytime you need a hug, just let me know, man." Like, is that what I'm expected to do? Like, come on, bro. Let's cut it with the simping. This isn't like a next door neighbor. Back in the freaking days where they bought a house for a firm handshake and some blackberries. This isn't those days. You don't have to freaking welcome people with a box of cookies, homemade cookies. All right. I do respect all content creators on MMA YouTube that are, depends on who they are and what content they're making. But I mean, dude, anyone can make content. It's fine. Anyone can make content. Hell, man. Roses and chocolates, Lucas Simple. Yeah. That's how to not be a simp, right? Dude, stop being a fucking weirdo, bro. You incel, man. Get some roses and chocolate like a real guy. Yeah. Roses and chocolate. I'm just popping by, man. Just, dude. Like, there are people out here that are actually... Like, one of the funniest things to do is just imagine, like, the mind of a simp. There are literal simps out here that'll call people like me casuals, right? They'll go on my channel. They'll see me, like, pick against Josh Quinlan. And Josh Quinlan will win. They'll be like, you're a fucking casual. You thought Josh Quinlan would win? And then they'll go over and they'll be like, hey, man, anything you need, man, just here to pop a like. Just here to drop a like, support the new MMA YouTube, man. To one of these chicks. But they'll shit all over me for picking against Josh Quinlan, who they don't give a fuck about. But I get a pick wrong. I'm a casual. But they're straight up on these other channels, like eating popcorn with their feet kicked up. Big simping, bro. Straight up simping. Jealous of that MMA Maddie got a Peyton Talbot interview. I mean, to be honest, Peyton Talbot was actually going to do an interview, but when I followed up, he left me on red. So it is what it is. Dude, stop being a fucking hater, man, you casual. I watch Minty Bets and I comment on every single one of her videos. She's real hardcore. Fluke is hating on a new creator because that's not why. And I'm not hating on anyone. I'm not hating. The point that I'm making is I'm not hating on the creator. I'm laughing at the people that are the type to unironically sit back, kick their feet up with a bucket of popcorn and actually tune in and think about what they're saying and like engage with it. Like that's kind of what I'm clowning. Because you're either literally creeping or you're actually simping big time. Straight up. Like if you're tuning in into a Minty Bets breakdown video on her own channel, and listen, this is not even about Minty Bets, and you're actually like sitting back and watching and like, wow, man, then you're a fucking weirdo. All right, you're a big time simp. Now, if you're one of these guys that just every now and then sees Minty Bets on the timeline, you're like, wow, damn, that's not weird at all. I'm just talking about the people that like sit back and like, we'll have a bucket of popcorn. We'll be eating the popcorn for like 20 minutes during a Minty Bets breakdown. You're just like, do you have nothing to do? Do you have nothing to do all day? Wow, bro, so sexist, man. Oh, yeah, it's so bad. Fight Furry's comments are always so sad. Guys pretending to be gentlemen. That's what I'm saying, man. Literally. Honestly, I see what you have to say there, and I actually kind of agree. You know, I was actually thinking that they'll like get super in depth, and then they'll be like, as always, phenomenal video, man. As always, amazing video. You did a great job, and just keep doing your thing, man. Let me know if you need anything. Keep up the good work. Here's $100, and just let me know if you need anything. I mean, thanks for giving me mod. How much do I have to donate to become a mod? That's literally what it is. You know, if she's smart, she should do a freaking program to become a mod. First man to donate $1 million becomes the mod. That's a simp stream. A simp stream is becoming a mod for one of these streaming chicks. That's literally their dream. The Joe Pyfer encounter would be interesting. That'd be like a $1 million idea. You know, that'd be a 1 million view video. I don't know. Maybe it'd be like a 30-second video. Intro outside of Joe Pyfer's gym, walk in. As I say, the way to encounter Joe Pyfer is you can't just say, hey, what's up, everybody? He's going to spot you out and he'll know who you are and he'll be like pissed off. What you have to do is you have to go up to Joe Pyfer and give him the salty energy right back initially, because it's like if you speak to a guy in the language that he's learned, he'll respond to you. If you speak to a guy in his native tongue, he'll be able to connect with you. You know what I mean? So if you speak to Joe Pyfer with some salty attitude, then he'll be like, all right, yeah, you understand. Yeah. You know what I mean? You speak to Joe Pyfer with a salty attitude, he'll be like, yeah, whatever, man. Let me get back to training, bro. Like he'll recognize me, but he'll just be like, yeah, whatever, schmuck, dude. I'm getting back to training, man. And then he'll dap me up. Get back to training, man. He'll literally dap me up. But if you go up to Joe Pyfer and you think shit's sweet, I'm not just waffling. You go up to Joe Pyfer, you think shit's sweet, you're getting slept, dude. You're getting slept. You get what I'm saying? It's like, you ever take a train and you don't get a ticket? You ever get on a train and you may try to sneak on, get a free ride? You have to freaking walk around the train cars as if you're licking your fingers, as if nothing's happening. You have to act natural. That's what I mean, act natural. The way to act natural around Joe Pyfer is to be salty. That's the environment. That's the environment that he's comfortable in, man. He's like a freaking saltwater fish. You gotta let him be comfortable in that environment. You know, as I said, if you try to get on a train and sneak a free ride with no ticket, you gotta be walking around like you just ate some chicken fingers, or you gotta walk around like you just had some chicken and you have sauce in your hands and you're nonchalantly walking past the conductor and you're licking your fingers, right, as if you just had a meal. Anyone that's had a meal is not suspicious. So if you don't want to be suspicious when you encounter Joe Pyfer, if you're someone that's called him salty man Joe Pyfer, then you have to go up there and you have to freaking punch him in the shoulder and, maybe give him a push, say, yeah, fuck you, and then you're able to get out of there alive. I think there is a method to collabing with Joe Pyfer for me. Although if I actually tried to do that, I'd probably 100% get slept. In reality, if you actually are cool to Joe Pyfer, he won't sleep you. If you freaking try to be salty with him, he'll freaking sleep you out cold, man. You actually should think shit is sweet around Joe Pyfer. Joe Pyfer, man. This guy's so salty. How is he so salty all the time, bro? Doesn't make any sense. He's so fucking mad. Shit, man. Shout out to Joe Pyfer.
Not injured. Over. That's right. Fucking over, motherfucker.